Whoa, I think I am live. So I'm going to assume I am, and I'll go through the little dance here and there to break out the chat. And let's see, I guess I do that now. This is just blasting out the pipes to make sure I still have the capability of doing this kind of stuff. I may even go multi-screen. Maybe when I go live, I'll bite the bullet and go multi-screen so that I can look at the chat window separately from this streaming window. So in cases like this, I will minimize this. Concurrent viewers, there's already one. Okay, so you have a responsibility. You are expected to chat to me as I do stuff. And I'm going to set up my windows here. Now that I'm actually using the tabbed user interface on Microsoft Terminal here, I have the ability to do this kind of trick here. Boom, boom, and then probably grab this and change its size. Oh, it didn't resize that one. It doesn't keep them bound together. I do that. And then I can, I guess, Control minus to get my font size smaller. Do a double G to the top. And I know that some people like to watch me do my live stuff in my journaling environment to do my daily journaling, right? So when you see this banner here, you know I'm in my daily journal. And my current tagline is Chase the Rabbit to the Wonderful World of Linux, Python, Vim, and Git, which in my new professional capacity may in fact be a little bit too advanced for the path I'm going to sort of encourage people to explore. This is my journal entry for today. I'll spare you reading through the entire thing. That will probably come a little bit later. But what I really want to do is, as I say, practice live casting again, and maybe interview Bing and Bard about the many ways to run Jupyter, providing advantages and disadvantages, and just let people see me work here live again, especially in light of this new chatbot world that we're in. So as usual, my first three screens are full screen terminal, but plus chat in this case, full screen Jupyter lab. And on the third one, I like to keep the browser, which I guess I minimized because of the live casting, but we'll bring that back. And whenever you make a new tab, you'll see it brings up the Microsoft search page. This is an entry point to Bing, and this is an entry point to Bing. So I will actually do it here. List ways to run Jupyter, right? I'll keep it nice and open-ended. And for people who aren't on Bing all the time, you can see there's a slight delay here, right? Because there's a cost to doing these chats. And probably if you surf away right away, they don't want to be spending the time to do a, GPT-4 based interaction. So we can expand it. We can go like this. And there are a few interesting ways. So we copy and see all that markdown, the bolding, the ordered list. We go over here to the notebook. I go to a new line and I paste it. And there is all that lovely markdown. Now it's putting an extra space in there. I'm going to tighten that up. But otherwise, this is pretty much ready to publish here with sources and everything. Now, if I wanted to, I could VIPGQ and do the line wrapping. But as you can see, with this kind of markdown, you really don't want to do that because it mangles the line returns. It's best to just keep them as single long lines. All right. So to complete this, test, we now do the same thing in Bard, Google Bard. This is Microsoft Bing. That's Google Bard. And in order to have each in their own browser, I'll just slide this over there, which is also where my live streaming stuff is going on. That's interesting. So when I see who's there, I'll be peeking over here. And the other browser will do Bing in Edge and Bard in Chrome. So each gets their own sort of parents' browsers. All right. I'll give away past searches of mine, but really none of that was was too bad. I don't search here a lot. Edge is really my main one. Ooh, battery running low. Let me get the battery in, and then I will do this benchmark test over. It's not really a benchmark. It's not a search I do over and over, but it'll be interesting. So ways to run Jupyter. What was my query? List ways to run Jupyter. I want to do the exact same thing at bard.google.com. Oh, interesting. I get to show you doing it for the first time because I happen to be a different user. This is my Mike Levin SEO account that I haven't been on Bard yet with. So you'll see me step through the agreement. Bard is an experiment. Got it. Okay. List ways to run Jupyter. Use the Jupyter Notebook app, use a command line interface, use the notebook viewer, use the notebook compiler. Okay, clearly we're going to have to wrangle these things in because I'm getting at cloud versus local, Colab versus Azure notebooks. But we'll copy this and we will, I guess, label these things, right? Because this one is Bing. This one is Bard. A right click brings it. And so there's the Bard responses. Now you can see there's a little bit of markdown embedded in here, these triple backslashes for Jupyter Notebook. And I'll also show you the VIPGQ, magic keyboard combination, keystroke combination to create the wrapping of your text, right? So it'll look the same way when published to the web either way, but now I have both Bing and Bard responses. So list ways to run Jupyter. Yank. And it was the same question of Bard. Okay, now instead of all that copy and paste kind of pain, I will just sort of forge ahead on both sides without the copy pasting to compare what they're telling me. And so if anyone's there, I'd appreciate you just chiming in on the chat. Say, hey, I can see you, whatever, to know that I'm not talking into the void. This will be recorded and published as a normal YouTube video, so it doesn't really matter either way, but list the cloud notebook providers, hosts like Google Colab, Azure Notebooks, and others. And that way I'll just copy it there, paste it here, and once again, I really need a way to press both of these at once. Some sort of automation and screencasting is coming up. Bing is much more charming in how it types out its answers.